What's good, YouTube? Back again with another video. And one of the things I wanted to do this year was to just show you some random pieces. So not necessarily jerseys or sneakers, but cool shit. So what I'm showing you in this video is a Michael Jordan brand motorcycle jacket. You guys are familiar with Jordan sneakers. He had a couple of pairs of sneakers that were called Motorsports. And this is around the mid 2000s. He had a couple of kicks for his motorsports team. He owned a motorcycle team, very similar to how he is in NASCAR now. So I don't know if it's part ownership or complete ownership, but he has some sort of ownership in NASCAR as in the moment. And I believe his NASCAR races are Kurt Busch and Bubba Wallace, which is pretty dope to have. They're really good drivers. So getting back to this jacket, when I started riding motorcycles, it was around 2005. I was a young kid, 22 years old, and I really enjoyed motorcycles. And of course, I wanted to look good on a motorcycle. Not too many people had this jacket. This jacket was really expensive even for back then. I think it was about $500, and I may have gotten it on discount as well for like $349 or $395. It was something within the 300 range, but still very expensive because that's how motorcycle jackets are. They're just really expensive. Super dope to rock somebody who, of course, I kind of looked up to. And loved and enjoyed the sneakers. So to me, this was a dope jacket to have. I've had this for such a long time. I actually gonna wipe it down and maybe start wearing it just like a regular jacket. We'll see if it still fits me, because at one point this was actually a little bit too big on me. So fast forward, I rode motorcycles for about 10 years. I would say the last 5 years I probably really stopped. Not to say I won't get back into it, but there's just other priorities, of course, kids and all this other stuff, and before you know it, you kind of forget about riding motorcycles. So I'm in that position right now, but of course it'd be a great way to travel to work, all this other stuff. So there are pros and cons of having a motorcycle, but before we get into all of that, let's just take a deeper look into this jacket. So again, Mike owned a motorcycle team. They had the dopest bikes. You had Jordan brand clothing, you had Jordan brand logos all over the bikes, you had different colorways, you had elephant print bikes. You had such really nice bikes. And in fact, Michael Jordan rode bikes himself, but he could only ride bikes after his contract. So during the NBA contract, or during his NBA career, I guess there were stipulations in his clause to not ride motorcycles, or maybe it was just a personal preference to say, you know what, I don't want to injure myself on motorcycles, so I'm going to do this post-career. But once he retired, he really got into motorcycles heavily. Black and red, as you guys can see. Really nice. You do have the Jordan symbol right in the back, man. This is such a beauty, bro. Like, really is. You have the Jordan in this font. Now, remember this font, because there are some sneakers that carry this font, and they are race sneakers. So I believe Toddlers just came out with the Racing Jordan 1. If I find a picture, I'll put it up. But it had like a bunch of racing flags, and then it had this font as well. And then you have the rocket underneath. This is a size 48. Jackets went by numeral sizes back in the days. I don't know if they still do, but I know at one point they did. You had the sleeves. You do have some ventilations on the back side as well to let in some air. Man, these are fire. On the right sleeve, you do have the Joe Rocket. And then you have Jordan coming down. And then what I love, man, is they put the 23 on the zippers. So, didn't skip out on any quality at all. And pretty dope. You have a belt. This has Jordan on it just to kind of tighten it up. You have zippers. 23 on the sleeve as well. Just make sure you guys can see it. So you had 23 here. And if you look at the tags, it does say Jordan. So that's pretty cool. On the zipper here, you have an exhaust pipe. You have 3M piping on the liner here. Jumpman logo again on the chest. Zippers on the back, and if you're wondering why, this is for ventilation as well. These jackets can run really hot, especially during summer months. So the more ventilation, usually the better. This is a nice ass jacket, man. Let's put it on. Let's see how it looks. All right. And I can show you some of the inside as well. So I know this one came with an inner lining, a second in lining. It's like a vest. And that's for colder months. When you're riding, you just rock the vest on top of that. So you'll see a couple of zippers here, and that's the zippers to attach that inside lining. You do see the protective back on here. And then there is some words. Be uncompromising in your demand for excellence. So that's what it says there. Some real Michael Jordan fucking statements. But let's put this one on. Man, this brings back memories. So, motorcycle jackets are supposed to be fairly tight. Now, of course, if you're wearing this for fashion, it may feel uncomfortable, but they are supposed to run pretty tight. But this is how it looks, man. This is pretty dope to me. Oh, man, it's bringing back memories of when I used to ride. So, just something I wanted to show you guys. You see the back. Pretty dope, pretty dope. So that is my Jordan brand motorcycle jacket. Super fire. I love this jacket. May never let it go. It's my first motorcycle jacket, and it's a good one. So definitely happy to have rocked this. Funny enough, actually has a Gatorade patch as well, right? And Upper Deck. So all companies that Michael Jordan was affiliated with during his career, he actually put on his jacket, man. Sick. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Something a little different. Again, I'm going to dig into some other things, some apparel that I may have that I think is pretty cool. So hopefully you think it's pretty cool. And if you enjoyed something like this, let me know down below. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. We out. Peace.